Back in 2015, with the flashlight shining directly in my face, accidentally scaring potentially hundreds or thousands of people, I made a video on what all could be shiny hunted in the Gamecube spin-off games, Pokemon Colosseum and XD. Back then, these games were fairly underexplored in the shiny hunting community, and there wasn't a whole lot of info out there. But things have certainly changed since then. There's now a huge, sprawling Gamecube shiny hunting community, full of super dedicated hunters who are constantly going after these crazy targets, observing others do it, and forming research. And there have been far more extensive efforts from RNGers and ROM hackers to really understand everything about this game, so there are far less mysteries about shinies now. In fact, as more shiny shadow Pokemon were found in Colosseum, it became increasingly obvious that one of my original assumptions about how these hunts worked was thankfully wrong. I prepared an apology video, which will hopefully clear up the misconception that I spread. I'm really sorry. I was wrong. There was a lapse in my judgment. In order to hunt a shiny shadow Pokemon in Colosseum, you have to snag the opposing trainer's Pokemon and then check to see if it's shiny on your side of the battle. It also has to be the first time you battle that trainer and not a rematch, because on any rematch, everything about the shadow Pokemon when you catch it is already predetermined. Operating off the evidence that existed at the time, I believe that the opposite was something you'd have to worry about seeing too. Seeing a shiny Pokemon on the opponent's side of the screen that will most likely no longer be shiny when you catch it. But, in 47 out of the 48 shadow Pokemon in Colosseum, this is actually something that will never happen on the first battle with that trainer. This behavior is only seen on rematches. On the first battle with the trainer, the Pokemon on their side of the screen is effectively shiny locked, so you run no risk of failing a shiny. With one exception, Hitmontop. Since the Hitmontop is seen in a cutscene battle versus a Pikachu before you battle it yourself every reset. So yeah, just thought I'd clear this up, because I think this might make Colosseum hunting a lot more enticing to some of you. But anyway, a lot has changed since that first video. But a lot has stayed the same, like me still pointing a flashlight in my face and calling it lighting, and me eternally procrastinating my shiny shadow Bayleef hunt in Colosseum. Towards the end of the video guide, I said this, and I will soon be going for a shiny shadow Bayleef. And I actually did start that hunt pretty soon after making that video, but according to the sticky note on my old laptop where I keep track of hunts, I only did 8 resets in 2015 before deciding that I wanted to upgrade my setup before I continued with the hunt. That setup upgrade wouldn't happen until 2018, when I got a job and decided to buy a second Gamecube and another copy of Colosseum. At this point, I was hunting Bayleef in the early part of the game in Phoenix City, where you had to catch it in a Pokeball or Great Ball, and capture was all but guaranteed in one turn. You can't turn off battle animations in these games, and I wasn't a big fan of the inconsistency of the resets. So I decided to go for Bayleef in the post-game where I could use a Master Ball. Whichever starters you don't pick in Phoenix City at the beginning of the game are at the Shadow Pokemon Lab and the Snag'em Hideout in the post-game, and as far as I'm aware, what determines where these Pokemon go is entirely random and not necessarily influenced by the starter that you chose. So I had to play through Colosseum 3 times to get Bayleef to appear at the Snag'em Hideout on both games, because I prefer the resets there to the resets at the Shadow Pokemon Lab. Around this time I also decided that I wanted to stream this hunt, and this was the single hunt that got me back into streaming shiny hunting for the first time in literal years on twitch.tv/absoltastic, shameless self-plug. But my setup was still a little bit uncomfortable. I was using 2 separate Gamecube controllers, one at each side, and performing all these inputs every single reset wasn't necessarily the most fun thing to do in the world with both hands. I still managed to squeeze out 1,000 resets in 2018, but then I hardly touched the hunt at all for the entire next year. Until 2020, when I upgraded my setup once again, and got a Wavebird controller and a few receivers for it, allowing me to control both games with one controller. Now in 2020, I took things into hyperdrive. I put in over 5,000 resets over the period of the year, and I streamed a lot more. I was on a crash course for shiny Bayleef eventually, but I kicked things up a notch even further this year in 2021. I beat Colosseum another time, and I set up a 3rd game for this hunt, with another Wavebird receiver. To give you an idea of what a reset is like for this thing, I'm going to show a couple resets here, leading up to the shiny. I hope you enjoy. And at that point, it's effectively basically the same as just random encountering in any other Pokemon game. So for Emerald, random encounters are totally fine. Also runaways, like if you want to hunt like Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, any of the Reggies or something, just encounter the Pokemon, run away from it, exit the room and come back into the room, encounter it again, and that works perfectly fine for hunting those too. You just do that instead of soft resetting. Kids Bop Evanescence. That's a guarantee. That's our national anthem that we play at the end of the stream to end out the night. Like, way back in the day when TV programming actually ended for the night, and they had to, like, just say, alright, we're done for the night, this is our last thing that we're showing. They'd often play the national anthem. Here we play Kids Bop Evanescence at the end of our programming. Every single time. And what's up, CDL? How's it going? Yeah, Explorers of Sky might be like one of the biggest like upgrades ever. Like, Explorers of Time and Darkness aren't bad games, get me wrong, but Explorers of Sky just improves on it so much. This is the first opening of Kill la Kill on piano. That'd be insane, Seebecker. I honestly don't know if the Wii could handle it. I bet the Wii U could handle like a 3DS emulator, but I'm not 100% sure about the Wii. I think it probably could, right? But I don't know. I just know they ported some Wii games to the... It's probably the opposite way around. I bet the Wii could handle it, but getting it to like actually run 3DS stuff would be such a crazy hard task. A Switch emulator for Wii and Wii U. Yeah, that's impossible right there. Maybe not entirely on Wii U with some games. I bet the Wii U could run some Switch games, but fat chance on the Wii. Yeah, they fit the Xenoblade Chronicles on the 3DS. They can emulate anything. Yeah. Alright, I am encountering Stutter City with this video right now. So I think in a second, after this reset, I'm going to take a quick breather. And by breather, I mean restart my computer and see if it stops acting up. Because usually a fresh reboot is all that it takes for me to get things up and running again. So let's get this going again in a minute after this reset, because I'm having trouble even navigating the floors right now with how stuttery it is. What's up, Popnet? How's it going tonight? You like listening to Evanescence in your free time? I listened to them a lot when I was in like 7th grade on my iPod Nano. And Cosmic Santry with the Prime. Appreciate that. Thanks for 8 months. And Easily Crab with the Prime as well. Thank you. Thanks for the Prime subs. Appreciate that.
Thanks for the sub. Yeah.
This game is pretty fire. It's pretty awesome. Love some Colosseum. And Manny as well with Prime. Thank you. It really is prime time right now, isn't it? Speaking of which, did you see that primetime Pokemon is going to be a dad? I don't know if y'all watch him, but he just announced that tonight. I used to watch like all of his card opening videos all the time. Your 4X Gamecube setup's almost complete. That's so awesome, engineer. That's sick. Shiny Shadow Bayleef! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! That's sick. Shiny Shadow Bayleef! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! 8,673 encounters! It's here! It's actually here! Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my gosh! Right when I was about to restart my computer, Shiny Shadow Bayleef has appeared! No way! Alright, let's get through this battle as fast as possible with my friend Quagsire right now. I'm gonna turn off these other GameCubes. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm gonna open up a new scene real quick in a minute. We're gonna look at this in all of its glory. I'm gonna save, and we're gonna get things going. Oh my gosh, dude. It actually finally happened. The Easter Bayleef is here. Today is Easter, and Shadow Shiny Bayleef has appeared. Thank you for the gift subs, Cloudfin. Oh my gosh, dude. We get to see it in hyper mode. Look at that. That stood out so much. I don't even know if we're going to win this battle. My friend Quagsire, I think, can pull it off, but, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely not turning off the computer now. Don't worry about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to run to the computer in Pokemon Colosseum and save the game as soon as possible. Because we need to do that. Oh my gosh. April 4th, 2021. The day that Shiny Shadow Bayleef has appeared for us in Colosseum. I'm shaking right now. I'm about to lock this in right now. We're going to run to this PC. Saved. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, the 6-year hunt. Started this back in 2015. Now we gotta purify it and stuff. So I ran around the Ore region to purify my Bayleef. I was debating maybe doing a level 100 gauntlet with this thing before purifying it, but I ultimately decided against it, and I will save that for another Shadow Pokemon someday. Mostly because I was impatient and didn't want to have to go through a whole level 100 gauntlet before actually getting to use this as a shiny Meganium. It's quiet. It's quiet-natured. I'm also still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to use this as a Ribbon Master someday, since that would require transferring it up, and I don't want to transfer this thing out of 3rd Gen. After about half an hour of goofing around, it was time to purify the Bayleef. Alright, it's time for the cutscene of a lifetime. Beautiful. I was just imitating Shadow Bayleef there real quick. It's idle animation, just opening its mouth and stuff. You got a ribbon! So for right now, we're doing this. It's gonna be the Bayleef. I don't know if this is gonna be permanent. I'll have to, like, maybe give it a good night's sleep to think on this for a second. After multiple sleeps, this thing will stay to Bayleef. Now let's see it in battle, evolve it, not save the game, transfer it to the 3rd Gen games, and then evolve it. Shiny not Shadow Bayleef, look at that. No longer in the shadows. The Bayleef is evolving right now, let's go. The rare Colosseum evolution screen. And there is a shiny Meganium. That looks great in 3D. Like, the orange on the flower looks awesome. Normal Quagsire, but my friend. And shiny Meganium. And look at that angry face, it means business. It's got its, like, lips pursed, like... It's smug, almost. Thing's about to cause some serious damage. So now I want to show off this thing on my Ruby version. But there's some powerful forces at play that are preventing me from actually sticking this into my Game Boy Advance. And that is the power of the force of nature known as a promise. I promised some stream viewers that I would do a dance whenever I received this thing, and during the stream, I did not deliver. To those of you who are still somehow watching this video, I apologize for what you're about to see. Alright, we're good now. Promise fulfilled.
Rebecca Bass Special Edition. Alright, let's trade this thing over now. So we're trading Bayleef for Bayleef. It's a pretty fair trade if you ask me. Now in our party. Wow. Look at that, dude. Shiny Bayleef. It looks so good on this. Oh my gosh, caught in the Master Ball too. How special is that, right? Normal Roselia. Shiny Bayleef. They grow up so fast. It's evolving. Shiny Meganium. Looks awesome, honestly. Oh, it looks even better in person. You gotta trust me on that. Normal Surskit, that's 1%. 1% Surskit. Shiny Meganium. Unreal. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.